Listen, man, can we talk about this guy? I think people are really sleeping on Shligengar. Wake up, folks. It's time to brew for all the brew dogs out there. Alright, settle down. We are getting into this handsome, sassy elder demon. This guy is an elder, just like Nicky G, baby. But first, you gotta subscribe to the channel, buddy. Leave a comment, like the video. Tickle my algorithm while you're in there, buddy. As of this recording, this card is 30 cents. This is insane to me. I'm an old school player, you know, and the fact that you're getting a 6/6 flyer for 5 mana, no drawbacks, is crazy to me. Not only that, but he's a sacrifice outlet and has the ability to reanimate everything for 3 mana. I'm speechless. It's strange times, dude. Now there's going to be the pronunciation bros in here. They're going to say, no, it's Shligengar. It's not Shligengar. Sire, Famine, 3 black, legendary creature, elder demon. It's a 6/6 with flying. Sacrifice another creature, create a blood token. If you sacrifice an angel this way, create a number of blood tokens equal to its toughness instead. Has 3 hybrid white-black. Sacrifice 6 blood tokens. Return each creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Those creatures are vampires in addition to their other types. Now this seems a little narrow, but it's actually pretty open, as I'm going to demonstrate to you in just a moment. But before we get too deep here, let's just appreciate this art, man. This guy's sitting on a throne of amputated angel wings in his foggy darkness. He's got that metal flame in his head. He's got cool horns, dude. He's all horned up like most of you guys. Now just ignore the Tinder profile art because it sucks. So listen, this is from MTG Insider by Brian McCormick, so give him all the credit, dude, alright? For those unfamiliar with Shligengar, he plays a pivotal role in the development of Innistrad, and indirectly the history of MTG that follows. On this plane, the specter of famine loomed over the people. The survival of its townfolk and the civilization teetered on the brink of collapse. Driven by unyielding desperation, one individual resolves to find a solution. That individual, Edgar Markov, refused to succumb to the afflictions of Innistrad. A talented alchemist, he vowed to find a way to survive in a world blighted with famine. Shligengar approached Edgar and offered him immortality through a ritual that required the blood of an angel. Edgar obtained what he needed and used the concoction to transform himself into the first vampire of Innistrad. Now Edgar appealed to his family to join the ranks, partake in the ritual, and ascend beyond the destiny of humans on Innistrad. The event is memorialized in the MTG card Blood Tribute. So basically Shligengar orchestrated the famine, then turned everybody into vampires. Real nefarious situation right there, brother. So blood tokens kinda suck, but for reference, they're a token artifact blood. 1 and tap, discard a card, sacrifice this artifact, draw a card. You know, having a little discard outlet can be really useful if you get some sweet angel stuck in your hand and you're about to reanimate a bunch of dudes. Other than Shligengar, there aren't too many blood token creators or payoffs we need to be worried about. Now tokens, brother, are we building tokens with this guy? Well, he can create a blood token at the sacrifice of any creature, token creature, or whatever. You got Mondrak out there, O'Hare Tack. There are a number of token doublers in white and token triplers over here in 2024, and some cards that create angels specifically. Like this card, the Rampage of the Valkyries, 3 white and a black for an enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying and vigilance. Whenever an angel you control dies, each other player sacrifices a creature. That's spicy, dude. We're basically sacrificing angels all the time, which sounds like a Bon Jovi song, you know? It's saggy. You gotta sacrifice an angel. Now, of course, there are also changelings to consider. There aren't a ton of cheap, high toughness changelings in these colors. I'd just go for angels. Man, they fly. That's way better. But we can pump toughness with this guy, the Mirror Entity. 2 and a white creature shapeshifter. It's a 1/1. Has changelings. Every creature type. X until end of turn. Creatures you control have base power and toughness. XX and gain all creature types. Mirror Entity. I've been using that card forever, man. Some people say, hey, I don't like Mirror Entity, Nicky G. And I say, well, listen, it slaps, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Vampires, I think that aspect of the card is really just flavor. You want angels due to the blood token bonus on Shligengar's ability. Any vampire synergies are going to have to wait for that mass reanimation ability to pop off. And for that, you need angels to sacrifice to get to the requisite 6 blood tokens. Anyways, man, should we build into angels? Probably. Shligengar is a sacrifice outlet in the command zone. He can sacrifice anything at any time, instant speed, baby. He can also activate that last ability at instant speed, so just keep that in mind. You can sacrifice a couple angels, add instant speed, create 6 blood tokens on end step of your last opponent. then you'll have those in your yard along with whatever else, then reanimate before your turn to swang in with your newly resurrected army of vampire angels and vampire other dudes, of course. Sacrificing recurring angels can be a lot of fun, but you do want to win at some point. So with the sacrifice outlet in the command zone, you can lean into combo, you dirty boy. That was your goal all along, wasn't it? We'll look at Karmic Guide out here, dude. 3 white creature, Angel Spirit, it's a 2/2, flying and protection from black, has echo for 3 white. When this guy enters the battlefield, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. This plays into our Angel theme, our Reanimation theme, and a specific combo. Now we get that out, or into the graveyard with Shligengar, and then we get Reveljark out there. 4 white creature, elemental, it's a 4/3 with flying. When this guy leaves the battlefield, return up to 2 target creature cards with power 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Has evoke for 5 and a white. So bring this guy back with Karmic Guide, sacrifice Karmic Guide, then sack Reveljark, bring back Karmic Guide, etc, etc. You're making blood tokens left and right, you're paying this whole thing off with Zulaport, Cutthroat out there. When this guy or another creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. It's the Aristocrat combo. Or you can get Blood Artists out there or whatever, man. It's a commander-centric combo with Shligengar as the sacrifice outlet catalyst. Now you can do something similar with Abdel Adrian Gorian's Ward. When it enters the battlefield, exile any number of other non-land permanents you control until it leaves the battlefield. Create a 1/1 white soldier creature token for each permanent exiled this way. This guy has his own payoff, making a soldier into an arbitrary amount of soldiers. This guy also works with a sacrifice outlet in Animate Dead or Necromancy, which we are definitely sticking in the deck. Now we are in black, and guess what just got reprinted? Buried Alive. 2 and a black for a sorcery, search your library for up to 3 creature cards, put them into your graveyard, then shuffle. It's like 50 cents right now, man. Was a $5 card, very powerful. You can advance your game plan, then plop the whole combo into the graveyard. Now, people have been talking about cards that remove counters, like Thief of Blood, which is a vampire, but it's probably better to just run a Blink sub-theme. Finality counter rules reads, if a creature with a finality counter on it would die, exile it instead. So if it exiles and then returns with Eerie Interlude or something like that, it comes back without the finality counter, which can also just be handier for resetting ETB effects and dodging board wipes and that kind of thing. Overall, this guy is neat and powerful. You can slot in some fun angels like Firhia, Judge of Valor, 2 white, black for a legendary creature, Angel Cleric to 2/4 with flying and lifelink. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. She is both Shepherd and Reaper, and her judgment is final. Most metal art in the damn game, dude. Look at this beast. Sifting viscera and skulls. Looking pretty fly while she's doing it. Now look at this hot angel, the Angel of Indemnity. 5 and a white for a creature, Angel Warrior to 5/5 with flying and lifelink. When this thing enters the battlefield, return target permanent card with mana value 4 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. It has Encore for 6 white. This banger from Thunder Junction is just a better Sun Titan, man. This can also play into some sweet combos as a redundant Sun Titan effect. Other than that, we have all these sweet Reanimator cards, Graveyard Tutors, cards that draw when creatures die, of course. It's a pretty nice deck. Check out the list in the description and tell me your spicy includes, brother. And that, of course, is a $100 budget deck. You could go higher, you could go lower, you could lean into more combos, lean more into angels, do whatever you want, brother. It's a free country, at least for a few more months until Kim Jong-un gets elected president. You didn't know he was running, but he's going to be a last-minute switch out for whoever wins. They're going to quote a hitherto unknown procedural amendment to the Constitution, and that's it, dude. It's the lizard people, brother. But until then, brew dogs, hyenas, and night bros, this is Nicky G signing off.